Hi, so I've got another film in the post today, and it's a bit of a nice one. So, carrying on with the theme that I'm going to start doing on this channel, of looking at some nice films which come out. Well, kind of special editions would come out. So, Second Sight have released this really nice box of Asylum, the 1972 Amicus anthology film. Lovely hard box thing. So we have the Blu-ray, we have there's a booklet, and there's a poster as well. Have a quick look at the J card. It just gives you a simple run view of the back. I would say, well, it's got the annoying I hate it, they always tape the front because I always get scared it's going to rip. This is actually just a piece of paper, it's not J card or anything. Possibly that might be annoying for some people that collect these things, but for me, I don't care. I don't keep hold of these ones. But we'll have a quick look at the back. So there's a very, very quick run through. So I have to think about this one. I always get the anthologies mixed up because there's so many around the 70s that I love. So I think this is the one it's obviously set in the asylum, and it's I think it's Robert Powell, the actor. And he's coming in and he's interviewed by a doctor. And oh no, he has to interview 3 people and find out which one's this particular patient or something like that. It's actually quite a chunky wraparound because these things tend to be quite small, and the wraparound in itself is one of the stories. So there's a bit more to it. So with this, there's 3 stories. The first one is the kind of the more, I say infamous, the more famous kind of imagery for the film. It's the one that's the majority of the covers that you see. I mean, this is the Mr. Humphreys artwork. It doesn't even actually feature the one I'm talking about, which is the old paper bag head. That's the one that everyone kind of notices, recognises the most. It's the one where the guy is having an affair and he hacks up his wife, but she doesn't actually die, and all the parts are moving around. So there's that, and then I think the second one is the Peter Cushing one. Yeah, what is he? He's a tailor or something. He has to make a suit. Yeah, he has to make a suit. He's only allowed to work on it at certain times and things like that. Used to bring someone back to life or something. The third one I can't remember. It's Brick Etland here. I can't really remember that one at all. And this is the kind of the part of the story for the main wraparound. And I think that's a really basic run through of the Amicus. The Asylum thing. So what we have here, so as mentioned, we have the hard box. We have the Blu-ray. It's not dual format, so it's just Blu-ray with the booklet and the poster. And our special features, we have a commentary with director, camera operator, and film historians. There's a Tuesday Company, which is 1972 on-set BBC report featuring interviews from people to do with the film. There's a screenwriter, David J. Shaw, on writer Robert Bloch, so that's some sort of interview. And then there's another interview. And there's a featurette, which is like Inside the Fear Factory featurette with directors Roy Ward Baker and Freddie Francis, and the producer Max J. Rosenberg, and there's a feature trailer. So there's a decent amount on there. But the Second Sight, I mean, they've been around a few years, but they're becoming one of my favourites. I've been picking up a few decent kind of things, like the Changelings, very similar to this, and I picked up Extra and a Willard and Ben double box set, and I know everyone's waiting for the Dawn of the Dead, which they're doing, which they're kind of... It's nice, they're dropping bits and pieces of information all the time, so they're keeping everyone informed, which is nice. And they've... what else are releasing? I think with this, they're released at the same time as The House That Dripped Blood. What else? There's been Flight to the Navigator, In Bruges, Take Shelter. So World on a Wire, is it, or something like that? There's quite a few things that they're kind of dipping into all over, like older new films and new films. But really enjoying my like 70s like anthologies, and from the Amicus collection, so I've got this one, so I was really happy with this one. So I actually did flip the cover, and as I mentioned, there's that famous cover that I don't know what release it was, but I think the majority of releases have that paper bag head. And unfortunately, I'd say unfortunately, it is quite a cool cover, but I kind of wish it had the OG one. It's actually, when you open the booklet, it's right there at the start, and I think that's the one that most people recognise and remember. And I had a quick look through this. It's quite a nice book. It's like decent quality, some nice pictures. I haven't read through it yet, but I imagine it's going to be a decent read. Again, some nice pictures. Oh, look at that artwork. Such a shame that they chose this instead. It seems really basic compared. And so you can guess with what the post is going to be. Yeah, we're going to have the Mr. Humphreys. Very cool. He's very in demand at the moment. Notice there's so many things coming out with his artwork, which is not a bad thing, because he has one of my favourite VHS artworks of all time, which was The Evil Dead. And then, yeah, so it's really simple. So this would be a nice poster to put up, and I will actually go up with that artwork at some point. So yeah, that's just a simple run through of the Asylum box set from Second Sight. I actually purchased this through the Second Sight web shop that they now have, which they didn't have before. So yeah, it's my first time purchasing through there. I think it's been live for a few months now, and they sent it in really good packaging, a decent sized box, which is all bubble wrapped, and then I had those plastic air pouches in there as well. So sort of some of the best packaging that's got to me, especially living overseas from these UK companies in Finland. So it's got a fair whack, like 1,000 miles to get to me, and it comes in pristine condition, which can't be said for the Wreck box set that got to me. Although it was in perfect condition, I had no idea how it was in perfect condition. It was just in like one of those slightly padded packets that was completely bashed to hell. But anyway, I digress. This is Asylum Second Sight. I think it's like £22, so highly worth a pickup, especially if you're into your 70s anthologies, and if you are, you know what this film is. I know like there's that Severin box set, 3 movies that's out of print, and this is one of the ones from that, and that has another couple of films, but that has one of those flimsy boxes, so this is the way to go. This will help physical media. Anything like this where it's like flawless kind of packaging sort of thing. This is what us collectors want. But anyway, that's the end of the vid. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you again very soon, and have a next decent piece of post from Pat the Postumiers. Okay, cheers guys, bye bye.